Hi, this is John Nickel again. I was able to get everything functioning properly. We have a very good setup here with our computers and with our screen that everyone can see all around the room. We also have a smart board that we use quite often, especially when we're doing training and different presentations. I want to just go ahead and start off by doing some iPad training. While we were having some computer issues, we were going around the room using the iPad that I brought in. That way everyone can turn it on and off and do some of those exercises that I had planned towards the end. Not everyone had a chance to do the training, so or actually just do the exercises that we're going to go through. So they will be able to at the end. We'll go ahead and get started. This is the overview of what we're going to be talking about today. We're just going to do a quick iPad tour, the power on, power off the computer or the iPad. I'm not able to actually log on with the iPad that I have because of our network securities here. We don't have all the iPads that we plan on getting yet, and we also don't have a CAT card reader that reads our ID cards that we can connect to the Air Force network. We just talked about the home screen and then the instructor-led exercises. Just a quick iPad. I just want to point out some of the things that it does have on it, like with the status bar, well, the sleep, wake button, home button, document, connector slot, and that's a slot that we use to connect our CAT card readers that we're able to get onto the Air Force network. We did talk about the application icons while everyone was turning it on and off the iPad, and they were also clicking on some of the games and everything that I have on my iPad. We're going to talk about the camera and the microphone, because during this, mechanics can take pictures and they can actually take audio notes while they're working on a vehicle, and in case they need to go back and get onto a actual computer to see some of the pieces that they have installed on a vehicle, they can get on to Napa, or they can actually get on to the actual site for Chevy and Ford and see everything that's going on there, and then of course the headphone jack and then the speakers. As we go on, most of the individuals in the class were able to power on the iPad, and we're able to go press and hold the sleep wake button until the little apple appears, and then that means everything was starting. And so I already have mine on here, so when you do it, as we've shown, we just, after it's on, you slide it. We put in a passcode, as we'll see later in the training. And of course, I'm having problems once again with my slides not moving, so please bear with me for 1 minute. I usually don't have this many problems, but I guess that because I'm doing this presentation, then this is what's going to happen, because I have no idea. We just went back, and we will keep going ahead. So we just talked about power on, and we will now go to power off. As I said, people were already passing around, showing how to turn it on and turn it off. They were able to slide and hold the button and everything. So hopefully they'll get comfortable with that as they move on. And thank you once again for not working. So after we have powered off, we're going to go ahead and power on. Once everyone does actually have their own iPad and they're able to get onto their iPad individually, we'll go ahead and what happens, so when the iPad originally comes on, there is a 4-digit code for each iPad. We'll set up every iPad the same, because what happens is that we'll be able to use one iPad for multiple users. And the way we do this is with the Common Access card. It will actually automatically connect to the Air Force Wi-Fi system and be able to utilize our ETIMs and our DPass capabilities that we use in vehicle maintenance. They'll input their CAT card number, their card reader, and that way everything that they have saved will save under their login, and they don't have to worry about anyone else's login. The home screen will automatically load because we use one system, and these iPads have a MacBook that connects to them each night and will update them automatically when the system is updated. Communication Squadron will do pushes, and that way all of the iPads can stay on the network for security reasons. A very good feature with the iPads that we're able to use is the home button at the very bottom of the iPad. If we are in ETIMs looking up a technical order, or if we are in DPass and we need to go take a picture of a certain piece of equipment that we want to go back and look at later, then that is something that we can do. And just using the home screen is one of those things that we can use that will take us back to the main screen where we want to choose a different function or a different icon. The Air Force network will restrict some of these functions. The background we cannot change, because that will come out from the Communication Squadron, and it will look the same as our computers that we use every single day. Icons may be different than what is shown here, and the icons may change upon Air Force approval. What we can do is we can send in approval to try and get different features and different programs that we can use on these iPads as we go forward and use technology a lot more with our maintenance and everything that we do here. We are pushing really hard to get away from printing everything out. That way everything is electronic, and everything is actually stored at our headquarters. So they will actually back it up and everything for us, so we don't have to worry about anything like that. These are the exercises we're going to do. Some have already done it. They've described the iPad, they turn on and off. Yes, I'm going to change my PIN number once I get finished with this, because everyone in here can log on to mine. So that will be one of the things that I do change. We haven't been able to connect the CAT card reader, but that is one of the things that we will discuss once all of our equipment gets here. Everything will be able to log on to the Air Force network, and we talked about that, and talked about the home screen and the availability to just push that little button at the bottom of the screen, so we can change from different icons or different programs that we're using. I also showed them that by pushing that, button at the bottom twice really quick, we're able to go back and shut off by sliding up the background of the program that we're using. That way we can save battery life if we need to. And then, we'll go ahead and do some of those instructor-led exercises that we're going to go through. Once we do get more iPads, it will be a lot easier for us to browse different things, and different people can notice how we use DPass once we get into that training also.